Good morning, it is Jane with Scraptasticyarns, and while I'm planned on filming this Tuesday, things just didn't quite happen. So it is Wednesday morning, this will go up Thursday morning, so I apologize for the delay. There's not a whole lot of crochet that was finished here, but you know, I'm trying to get back in the swing. Tuesday I had to go to court to be sworn in and do some other things, and it just... bleh. That's all I got to say. It's just rather interesting how slow everybody is about getting their ducks in a row. And I find that annoying, but what are you going to do, right? You don't have any choice but to follow along what they're doing. All right. Now, if you guys have seen Glenda over at Creative Grandma's podcast last Saturday, she put up a podcast or a video right after the For the Love of Fiber festival that was in State College, and that's at the Ramada Inn, and they've had that there every year, I want to say since either 2016 or 17, and Thomas and I always went every year because it's right around St. Patrick's Day. It's usually the weekend following, or right then. But then of course COVID hit, so they canceled, and this was the first one that they've had since COVID, so it was great to get out. There were people that were in masks, there were people that weren't wearing masks, those kind of things. But we caught up with each other. I'd walked into the first booth. The first booth was very nice, had quite a few beautiful things in it, and but it was mostly bags, and I want to say they were art bags. I didn't bring it in. But she also had these little freebies that were like little pieces of fabric made into different shapes, like a lamb, a cat, things like that had pin backings on that were free. So that was one of the few, and I think it was the only booth that actually had something you could pick up for free. And it was rather nice. But as I was looking at the bags, a lot of them are from recycled fabrics, and to keep them out of landfill, which I have no problem with. That's a great goal. But a lot of them didn't have a lot of structure. They were really just like denims and, carpet bags, those kind of things. And then she would paint something on them, stencil like a dragonfly or, something on it. Or she'd put a little applique, like those little fabric things that she had, which was nice. But I was rather amazed at the prices that those bags were going for. But I digress, So anyway, in that next booth, I see Glenda, and she's looking at some beautiful yarns, and I want to say this was the Lazy S Ranch. I'm not positive, but she was looking for some beautiful yarns in there, and of course she did find quite a few beautiful yarns, and of course I was on the lookout too, and I'll show you why I was on the lookout. You remember a couple of months ago when I went to that festival that was in Spring Mills? I picked up 4 of these. Well, I was looking for something to go with these. Now, Glenda picked up a couple of skeins, Hanks, and they were stunning. And so we were talking, and talking about getting together and that kind of thing, because this is something we've been trying to plan for a year, to film together or just meet up and have a good time, that kind of thing. So it's just one of those days, we're both busy. Of course, mine was with going back and forth with Thomas and everything. So, that kind of cuts out a lot of free time to do things that you would like to do. But the lady there was so helpful. I showed her a picture of the yarns, and I said, I'm looking for either a somewhat solid or a tonal that will go with this. And she was looking, and I just couldn't find anything, you know. She said, I think I have some magenta here. So she went looking, and of course she couldn't find it, and she was very apologetic, and I said, you know, don't worry about it. So, and of course, I forget to take people's cards. You know, it's just the thrill of the moment while you're there. And they were so busy. I mean, a lot of people were out for this. And so anyway, Glenda, you know, taps me on the shoulder. She says, which do you think I should get? You know, I want to do a giveaway. Blah, 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 blah. I want to do this. I want to do that. You know, and then we're sitting there, and I'm like, you know, they're both beautiful, but I really like this set. This just seems more Glenda to me. And so she did pick that up, and she looked at me and she goes, remember, get your receipts. You need those for your taxes. So thank you, Glenda. I always forget about that, because when you're at these shows, they don't have physical receipts. Many times it's a receipt that they email to you, and that's fine too, you know. So I didn't get anything there. But then the next shop that I did go to was the Scraptastic. Now, Scraptastic, she never pawns off her things on you, as in extra bags or anything. But when you do make a purchase, you do get a nice little bag that comes with that. So, and I did make a purchase. And every year that I've been there, I've purchased something from Scraptastic. What I got was this. This is an absolutely beautiful tonal. And it is, this is Kelly's shop. And it is a BFL DK. It is a super washed blue-faced Leicester. I believe that's how you say that. It's 100%. And this is called Jewel of India. And it is a stunning color. I don't think it has a colorway number. But each one of these is 246 yards, 100 grams. And I thought, you know, that'll go nicely with this. So, you know, I grabbed 2 of those. Only because she didn't have 4. So I grabbed 2 of those. And then we went down a little bit further. And a little bit further. And we came to Amy's Trinket shop. Now, I had purchased these at Amy's Trinket shop in Spring Mills when we were there. And as we're walking along, I saw something and I thought, that'll go well with it as well. And that is this. And this is 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It is a 4-ply DK, 100 grams, 245 yards. And the colorway is Party Girl Pink. So, as you can see, it goes well with it. And I got 4 of them. So, but when I was talking to her, I made a comment about that we'd seen her in Spring Mills. She said, no, this is the first time I've brought yarn to Pennsylvania. And I thought, no, I know I got some at Spring Mills from her. It was from her mother. So anyway, she has a great shop. She has a shop on Etsy, as well as Amy's Trinket shop at Outlook.com is her email. And I believe she is from Maryland. So, and I remembered why I thought I had seen her. She was there helping her mother at the time with the previous shop. So, you know, Had a great time there. I'm going to insert a little snippet because it was too busy to film. I mean, people were just everywhere. And so I just filmed a little section, and it's, maybe 30 seconds long. So here, this is that. Okay. Now, I do have some finished items, but I thought I would show you a card that my partner in crime... Oh, and I will tell you, my partner in crime, Jerry, was with me at this, at the fiber show. Now, I tried to catch her so that I could introduce her to Glenda. She was off talking to somebody else, and I couldn't find her. By that time, Glenda and I had parted. Glenda had moved on. Glenda was doing a little bit of filming, and as you can see, she catches a little glimpse of me talking to a couple of friends from the Mill Hall area. And one of those ladies is in our prayer shawl group. Anyway, my partner in crime gave me a gift that day, and it was a beautiful gift. I'm not going to share with you the gift, but I thought I would show you the way that she gave it to me. She handed me this card, and as you can see, it's, seamstress related, and they are puffy stickers on there, and it's rather amazing. Now, I'm going to show you the card. We have been joking. I don't know if many of you know how I came up with the name for the What in Tarnation stories, but there was a period that I loved, and I still do, love watching the Beverly Hillbillies. But in there's clips of Jed Clampett, and he does this thing, and he goes, "What in tarnation?" So it was one of those because I was watching it and I came across this crazy story and I thought, I'm going to share these stories with you guys. And that's how What in Tarnation came into being. But if you'll notice on this truck, it says PSM. That is our little signature lettering for a prayer shawl ministry. So we have been teasing back and forth about when we go out to deliver these things, the back of my car is absolutely filled to the brim. When we go shopping for yarn for the prayer shawl ministry, it is filled to the brim. And we always tease about Jerry's going to have to ride on the roof. I'm going to tie her up to the roof and she's going to ride on the roof. Well, when we were talking about this at one time, I said, maybe my next vehicle I'll get a truck. And we can travel around the country delivering trailers, to different places with this truck. I said, and then when we deliver things for the prayer shawl ministry, I'll make sure that we have a rocking chair on the back, like for Granny Clampett, so that you'll have a place to sit. So that's kind of where this card came from. But then on the inside, there's even more. And these are all puffy stickers. So it was a lot of fun opening this up. And I thank you, Jerry, for the gift because it was very nice. You don't have to do that. She teases me that I'm her Uber driver. And I tell her constantly, well, if you weren't riding with me, I'd have to go by myself. So it's always more fun when there's more people. Okay, I do have a finished object. But the finished object is probably either already to Rose with Rose Likes Crochet for the Wings program. And it was that yarn that I was crocheting, the star wrap or whatever it was that's so clingy. But I'm going to insert a video of that because I wanted you to see it finished. Hi everybody, I just wanted to show you the shawl that I did finish up. I am sending this to Rose, so it will not be here come Tuesday when I do the filming. So I thought I would show you the way that it came out. And there you have it. That's it for this portion. All right, see you guys again Tuesday. Bye. And that is basically the only finished item that I have had. I have not gotten back to my best buddy's blanket. I have not touched that since the day that Thomas went into hospice. And I know I'll get back to it, but I'm slowly getting back into the groove. But I did started reworking on my, reworking? That's an odd word. On Nan's Next Knots. Now, Nan's Next Knots, I believe Thursday, the day this comes out, will be week 8. Yeah, week 8. And I just started week 5. Just started it, as you can see. So this is what I have so far. And of course, this is the Party Pooling Fiesta that I'm using as my main color. This is Fruit Salad. This is Limeade by Karen 1-Pounders. This is Jade by Red Heart. And of course, then she called again the number 4, which is the Fruit Salad by I Love This Yarn. And then this one is Ocean by I Love This Yarn. So I'm hoping that I can get caught up, this week, so that next week I'll be right ready to start row 9. But we'll see. Things happen. Now, I did get some more fabric in from Cheryl Bolts. And Cheryl, this is something I ordered quite a few weeks ago. And I absolutely love this fabric. And here's that fabric. The cows and the pigs and the lamb and bunnies and goats. Cats, chickens, I think. I don't know if there's cats in here or not. I don't think there are cats. But I love this. And I did get that for making bags. And then the other one that I fell in love with was the, I think she called this Gold Lion. And I fell in love with this. Now, I didn't get a whole lot of this, just because I just didn't at the time. But I'm looking forward to getting those cut into bags. I have bags cut. I need to get to sewing them. I do have a couple more bowl cozies that I have made, but I just don't have them together yet. You just wouldn't believe how much time it takes to go through things. And today is my day to finish going through all those empty boxes. And no secrets have been found. Although I did find another computer. The man has so many computers, and I don't know what I'm going to do with all these computers. I'm thinking about selling them. Because, quite frankly, I don't know why I need 10 computers. Because we're number 5 for him. One of them was a very old laptop. I am just going to take that down to, there's a Data Bits, I think, in our area. See if they can sell that or, do anything with it. Because it runs on Windows 7, it's slow, that kind of thing. But he had a mini Mac. The mini Mac, he had told me the password to it. That was not the password. So I had to bypass it and put in my own password, which was a lot of fun. Thank goodness I knew his passwords to his Apple and his iCloud, so I could do that. And I don't know why he password protected this. I mean, I really don't. He was fascinated with those things. I know why he did on one of the computers and his phone, because of the work he did with the Defense Department and the Department of Energy. But the rest of these, I think it's a man thing. Because I've noticed men have this thing about wanting codes on everything, for secrets. And yeah, there were secrets to be found, but we'll not disclose those. All right. Are you ready for a little water intonation? Because I know I am. Now, there's only a couple of stories. They weren't ridiculously funny, but I did enjoy reading them, so I'm going to read them to you. Pigs chase off pen-invading bear outside a Connecticut home. A Connecticut woman's security camera was recording when a bear entered the pen holding her 2 pigs and ended up being chased away by the scrappy swine. Rebecca Shaw's Ring camera captured footage showing the bear entering the pig pen outside of her new Milford home. The video shows one of the pigs, Mary, headbutting the bear into a fence before being joined by fellow pig, Hamlet, who charged at the bear until it fled. I'm very proud of them because Hammy, the little one especially, he's afraid of his own shadow. And the way he came charging out when he saw Mary tussling with the bear, Shaw told WVIT-TV, he was like, "Oh no, no way, get out." Shaw said the pigs were not injured in their confrontation, not even a scratch. I'm still blown away. Shaw said Mary and Hamlet are now getting extra watermelon and Pop-Tarts, their favorite treats. Now, I wonder about people that lose these and don't remember they lost these. Although, when I did laundry this week, I found a post office box key in the machine that had been left in the machine. But this, I don't know how you would lose these, especially if you're at a restaurant. Full set of teeth left behind at British restaurant. I mean, you're going to eat later. You'd need your teeth. A British restaurant is trying to find the owner of an unusual piece of lost and found property. A full set of teeth. The Barclay Pizza and Prosecco, located in Royton, Oldham, England, said workers were cleaning in the early morning hours on Sunday when they found a full set of dentures on the floor in the bar area of the eatery. Emma Whelan, owner of the establishment, posted a photo to the business Facebook page showing a bag that employees labeled Teeth, Saturday, 19 March 2022. We get a lot of things left behind after a night in the Barclay. We've had house keys, phones, even a single shoe. She must have hopped home. But this is a new one, the Post said. They were found at the end of a particularly busy night. It was a busy night last night. We had a party upstairs, and it was busy downstairs as well. We didn't find the teeth until the end of the night, she told Manchester Evening News. Our supervisor, Cameron, found them. They were on the floor by the bar. It's a full set of teeth. I particularly wanted to post it because someone is definitely missing them. And I'm sure they are. It's hard to eat without them. Well, I guess you could eat without them. That is a possibility. So, bear opens California man's car door while he eats a sandwich. A California man enjoying a corned beef sandwich in his car captured video when a trio of hungry bear cubs approached his vehicle and opened the door twice. Bill Duvall said he was in the car with his dog in Sierra Madre and had a St. Patrick's Day corned beef sandwich on his lap when the bear cubs appeared nearby. Duvall captured video as the cubs approached his car and immediately attempted to open the door. The bears managed to open the door 2 times, but both times Duvall was able to quickly close it before they could reach inside. Duvall's wife, Sandy Lewis Duvall, said the bears are frequent visitors to the neighborhood. Now, I have followed this cat for quite some time, so I'm very glad to hear that this cat is safe. Internet famous cat Stepan escapes from Ukraine. Stepan, an internet famous tabby cat who has more than 1 million followers on Instagram and TikTok, has escaped war-torn Ukraine. The cat's social media pages went silent on March the 3rd, alarming his followers. And yeah, I was, because it's normally a daily thing. Stepan's owner, known only as Anna, gave an update on Instagram this week on how they made it safely following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. We spent 2 nights in a basement and without electricity for a week. We had to go to a nearby basement to charge the phone. Then we managed to leave the city. Kharkiv volunteers helped us by taking us to the railway station. We got on the train, Kharkiv, Lviv. In 20 hours, we got to Lviv. Then we followed to the border with Poland, the post said alongside photos of Stepan's journey. At the border, we stood in line in a pedestrian crossing. There were a lot of people, 4,000 to 5,000. After 9 hours, we crossed the border. When we reached Poland, we were offered help from the World Influencers and Bloggers Association from Monaco. They helped us get to France to wait for the very day when we could return home. We are all right now. We worry very much about our relatives in Ukraine and will do the very best we can to help our country, the post continued. Anna and her family and Stepan were able to escape with the help of the World Influencers and Bloggers Association. The organization, founded in 2019, unites influencers from all over the world. This is TikTok influencers, this is Instagram influencers, and of course YouTube and Rumble, I believe. There are quite a few platforms that are members of this organization, and this organization helps worldwide. So if you are an influencer, this might be something for you to look into in order to help, because look, it helped, one of our favorite kitty cats. The organization who voted Stepan as one of the world's top pet influencers was able to help the family escape and rented an apartment in France for the famous tabby and his owners to stay in. It's not so easy. Each stage we were in touch with them, said Irina Savchek, spokeswoman for the World Influencers. Now we are personally taking care of them in France. Stepan's Instagram account detailed the damage done to the family's homes and surroundings in Kharkiv. The 13-year-old tabby called for peace recently with his Instagram account, stating, "Ukraine does not want a war," alongside a photo of the cat with the Ukrainian-colored heart above his head. Stepan came to fame in November when Britney Spears posted content from the cat that was liked more than 1 million times. Hailey Bieber and Diane Kruger are also fans. So, there's a lot of good that's being done out there in the world, and I can feel for them. I have several friends who are from the Ukraine, and some of them have lost family members. Some of them are still trying to locate family members, so let's all say a prayer for Ukraine. Now, this next story is rather interesting. It goes to show you people still do keep their doors unlocked at night. Confused traveler mistakes stranger's home for his Airbnb. A man visiting Florida spent the night in what he thought was an Airbnb, only to discover the next morning that he had slept in the wrong house. Paul Drexler, who traveled to Miami to officiate a friend's wedding, said he arrived at what he thought was his Airbnb at 2 a.m. "I had accidentally got the address wrong from the Airbnb app into the Google Maps. The address became the house right next door." Drexler told WSVN TV. Drexler said everything appeared to be in order at the home, which had been left unlocked. In the bedroom, the bed was made and ready to go, and there were 2 clean folded towels waiting for me. The traveler said he was confused when there was a knock at the door in the morning. The next morning, I got woken up by a knock at the door. I was surprised the guy even knocked on his own door. He goes, "Hey, can I help you? This is my house." And I'm like, no, this is an Airbnb that I rented. He goes, "No, this is my house," Drexler said. Drexler soon discovered his actual Airbnb was the home next door. He said the man who woke him up was very understanding. And he could have come in shooting or could have called the police or a combination of both, he said in an Instagram video. Obviously, a number of bad things could have happened. The way he reacted was so accommodating to the mistake. It was definitely the best outcome that could have occurred. Drexler, a regular traveler, said he will make sure to triple check his Airbnb addresses from now on. I've stayed in hundreds of Airbnbs and never had this happen before. And yeah, he was lucky that there wasn't something worse that happened. Alright guys, that's it for today. I will see you again next week. Maybe somewhere in between, I don't know. Yeah, everybody, I hope you have a very blessed day. And remember to take time to look outside, see the beauty that surrounds you, and know that a creator made that. A creator made that. And as always, choose kindness.